Good morning, Hoyas, and welcome to Season 10 of Hoya Vision. It's Friday, January 29th, 2021. I'm Raymond Calvera.
Yes, we're finally back for the new year. I am so excited. I'm Sarah Beth Crawford.
This semester has already been a crazy ride. From returning at the beginning of the month to the whole county being virtual for a week, it really has been a roller coaster.
Yes, it has. And we got some students' input on how they felt about all the changes being made.
We're also recognizing Martin Luther King Day and how Hoya students recognized it.
Then HSPN is back giving you a recap on all the sports you missed while they were away.
So, let's get started. Sarah Beth and I talked to Michaela Drum and Anna Thornton about their transition from virtual to face-to-face. Let's see what they had to say.
Hoyas, Raymond and I went around asking the fellow Hoyas what it was like for them to go from digital learning to face-to-face learning. We asked them what their struggles were and what their favorite part about either one of them are. Let's see what the fellow Hoyas had to say.
Well, ever since I've been back at school, we have to wear a mask throughout the whole day, and at home you wouldn't have to ever wear a mask, and you're allowed to sleep in longer. Like I wake up at like 8:15 and just log right on. When you're at school, I learn more and I actually do my work, but whenever I'm at home, I kind of just lollygag and don't do my work and sleep through my classes. But
I'm better a lot more because I feel like it's just more interaction for me, and I can ask questions when the teacher's right there, and it's just so much easier, and I understand what they're saying better, and it's not as complicated as online because sometimes it'll like keep kicking you off Zoom and you can't really focus and stuff. It's actually been really difficult because some of my work is online, and then some of it I have like paper sheets, so it's really hard for me to keep up with what the teachers are teaching also, so it's just a lot. Grades are much better in person because online I honestly can't focus that well because I have a lot of distractions around the house too, and it's also hard for me to keep up with CTLS and how to find things on there. It's just easier in person for me.
Thank you to everyone who took the time out of their day to speak to us. Now let's go to me and Raymond. MLK Day is a day recognized by all Americans, and here we wanted to recognize it in our own way.
Bella May and Lauren have it all covered. Take it away.
So it's Bella May. So today, in honor of MLK and his holiday that just passed, Lauren and I decided to have a questionnaire with the Hoyas. How much do you know about MLK? You want to see the results? Stay tuned. How many children do you think MLK had?
Oh, I want to say 4.
Parents had 3 children. Which one was he, the first, second, or third?
Third.
No. Month do you think MLK's birthday's in?
What month? I know this. Okay, is it? I'm gonna go with March.
What is the name of MLK's father's church?
Summit Baptist Church.
Alright, Hoyas, that wraps up today's segment. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned a lot about him. So stay tuned for next show. Bye.
I feel like I haven't seen Cassidy and James in like forever.
Me too. I feel like I haven't seen them since before Christmas break. So let's go to HSPN and catch up with them.
Good morning, Hoyas, and welcome back to HSPN, where we cover all things sports. I'm Cassidy Colbreth.
And I'm James Boyle. We have a whole load of sports to cover today.
So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with our Harrison H2 Hoyas, the boys Mitch McLean, Will Deagle, Luke Rayner, and Aiden Rice broke the recently school record for the 200 free relay.
Conveniently enough, Cassidy and I actually covered this, so let's go on and send it over to us.
Hey Hoyas, I'm James Boyle, and a lot happened over break. We saw the H2 Hoyas break the 200 meters swim relay, and for more on that, let's send it over to Cassidy Colbreth, who interviewed Will Deagle, who was a member of that relay team.
How did you personally prepare to give your all to the relay team?
So last year, our relay, we kind of set out, it was basically the same relay plus a senior that had graduated last year. So we had worked really hard to get the record last year, but we came up 1/100th of a second short at state. We were just so upset. So we had that chip on our shoulder all year.
Give you that motivation.
Yeah, we work our butts off for it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Next up for the Hoyas is state from February 4th to 6th, where they will try and set the record yet again. See you next week.
Wow, congrats to our boys on that win. I can't wait to watch them break the record again at state. Upcoming on February 4th through 6th at Georgia Tech.
Next up, we have girls basketball. They had a match on the 25th versus North Cobb. They won that match 65-37 in Coach Kemp's first varsity game as a head coach. We're going to send that over to Bianca and Hayden.
Hey Hoyas, I'm Bianca Sanchez with HSPN, and today we are talking to the brand new head coach of the girls basketball team to see how he is preparing for his season with the girls.
Hey, I am Terry Kemp, and I am the head coach of the girls varsity basketball program here at Harrison.
How do you feel about being coach for the girls basketball team for the first time?
Very excited. I've been a part of the program for 7 years. I've been coaching basketball for 12 years here, started on the boys' side. But to be the head coach of the girls after 7 years in the program is a dream come true. I'm really excited.
How do you feel your team will do this year? What will they accomplish and goals will be set?
So the goals we've set are the goals we always set here, and that is compete for a region title, make it to the state, compete for a state title. We will definitely be competing in all of those areas for goals. The players have individual goals as well. But the team is what matters the most, and that's the goals we've set, region and state.
All right, Hoyas, well, it's great getting to talk to Coach Kemp. We are all looking forward to a great season with our Lady Hoyas. I'm Bianca Sanchez with HSPN. See you guys next time. Bye, Hoyas.
Congrats to Coach Kemp and great win, Hoyas. They have another game tonight against North Cobb.
All right, and wrapping up our winter sports, we're starting up some of our spring sports, and baseball trials began last week. And finally, the JV and varsity teams were finally announced. Riley, Kendall, and Connor covered it, so let's see what they got for us.
There any specific players so far that have made a big impact, like a good first impression?
Ability levels and talents of all of our student athletes that are trying out. With our season getting canceled, or I guess canceled is the correct term. Last year, March 13th, there was a big window, big gap where we weren't really involved with what they were doing, and it's a testament to how hard they worked during that pandemic time period, or I guess that shelter-in-place time period, and then into the summer. And a lot of the guys have been very impressive so far.
What exactly do y'all do at conditioning?
We do a dynamic warm-up with everyone, and after that, we start working on base running skills and installing base running. So, yeah.
How do you think tryouts are going?
We're about halfway through tryouts, and first cut's tomorrow. So far they're great.
If you make the team, what are you mostly looking forward to this season?
I'm mostly looking forward to growing as a person and as a baseball player, just all around, and getting a lot better at the game.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, and make sure to come out and support our Hoyas on their first varsity game on February 6th.
Next, we have some more upcoming sports info. For wrestling, they had a duel versus Northgate on the 20th, and it was also alumni night. They also had region duels on the 16th and finished second overall.
The boys basketball had region on the 29th versus North Cobb, and it was an away game. And the first boys tennis match today is away versus Allatoona.
The boys and girls soccer both kick off their seasons with scrimmages at Brookwood. The boys tied 3-3 and the girls lost 2-1. They both play Tuesday away versus Lassiter in their first real game.
And lastly, competition cheer has a competition this weekend at Woodstock at 12:10. Make sure to wish our Hoyas luck.
I'm James Boyle.
And I'm Cassidy Colbert.
Thank you for watching HSPN. Let's send it back to Sarah Beth and Raymond.
Welcome back to Hoya Vision. Thank you, James and Cassidy.
This year's yearbook is going to be so good. Everything that's happened and what we went through this year and last year has all been documented and planned to showcase in May.
I am so excited to see how it's being planned. Caitlin and Christian have you covered with the planning that's taking place.
Hey Hoyas! Today I will be interviewing Emma Frost from the Yearbook program to see how Yearbook has been going this year. How has COVID impacted the Yearbook program?
It's a lot different in the sense that when we were online, it was a lot harder to like conduct interviews and get pictures of people and things like that. And it was a lot harder figuring out like getting everyone's like portrait for the yearbook and things like that. But as far as like when we're in the classroom, like the environment there hasn't really changed. Like we're still all like a team and we still work together, but it's definitely a lot harder to get content, especially when we weren't in school. So that was a little tricky.
Usually like without COVID, with like the normal everything, what's your favorite question to ask people for interviews?
We do these on each page of like the freshman, sophomore, and junior like pictures, their portraits. We do little questions we call mods, and they're always like a fun little like random question we ask people of each grade level. And so sometimes those can be like really, really funny. So like this year we have one that's like, what color do you use in Among Us? And that one was a lot of fun to ask because first I would ask if they played Among Us and they were always like, yeah. And then I was like, what color do you normally play as? And they answered like so fast. So that one was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Emma, for letting me get a little bit of an inside look on the Yearbook program this year. Bye, Hoyas.
I really feel for the athletes, Sarah Beth.
Really? Why?
Because the constant back and forth of virtual and face-to-face and having to quarantine for their sports.
I mean, being a D1 racquetball player myself, it's very hard.
Anyways, Bethany is joining us now to give us an insight on how the real players feel.
Hey, my name is Jeremy Austin, J-E-R-E-M-Y-A-U-S-T-I-N. By waking up early in the morning, knocking out my schoolwork before I gotta go to class at Harrison, and then finishing my work before I get to practice. It's been kind of weird just coming here just for practice, but honestly it works out for me. I get more time to sleep and more time to work on other schoolwork. Definitely taught me better time management skills. Have to wake up at a certain time, get to class, come back and get online in time, and then finishing the work before just to turn it in. So yeah, definitely taught me better time management skills. I had one thing to share with the younger generation. It would be to definitely challenge yourself, and if you want something, you can get it, but you just have to work hard for it.
And thank you for tuning into this Hoya Vision segment by Bethany Cates featuring Jeremy Austin.
M-A-G-I-C magic.
The magic of it all is just so
magical.
Yes, magical.
There's really no other explanation. Mark will explain.
Roll the tape.
Have you ever wondered how the greatest magicians in the world, like David Copperfield, Chris Angel, and Magic Johnson started out? Who are they? Well, me neither. But this DVD set would have helped them. Have you ever seen a magic trick and wondered, how did he do that? How did he saw that girl into 2 pieces, then 3? Chop, 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 cut. How did the lights come on when he walked out on stage? That's my favorite trick. This video will teach you things about how to be a proper magic man, like how to wave your hand over an object. What? These videos will also teach you how to do a good stage wah, or hocus pocus, or that shouldn't be on fire. You'll learn tricks such as how to pull a rabbit out of a hat, or better yet, a hat out of a rabbit. You're gonna need a small hat. Those are good tricks. Some magicians do grand things, like making an elephant disappear. Elephants are pretty big. Or a building face the other way. But we're gonna start small. We're gonna show you how to hide things up your sleeves. Card tricks, we've got them. We'll show you how to hide the card, lose the card. Why do I wanna lose the card? And my personal favorite, melt the card. It's a real card. If you don't think I'm a good enough magician, check this out. Whoa, where did my jacket go? His coat left. Now check this back out. Wow, that's so cool, right? You could be doing that. That could be on you. You can buy these DVDs right now. for 674. Call 30 seconds ago and I would have thrown in a hacky sack.
It's so magical.
Totally, but the magic's gonna have to come to an end for this week.
Unfortunately so. Keep up with us on Instagram and YouTube at Hoya Broadcasting and Hoya Vision TV. I'm Sarah Beth Crawford.
And we'll see you next time right here on Hoya Vision. I'm Raymond Calra, and we'll see you next Friday.
See ya, Hoyas!